Instagram, LMAO. He goes, no! Exclamation points.
And that is definitely on live. That's definitely live right now. He heard you. So,
Hey!
so you
Shout
just
out
put
to
him out
LG.
there. Shout out to LG and everybody who has joined us today. We're starting off in a weird way, but hey, we're on time for once, and we have finally hit double digits. We are at podcast number 10. 1 and 0.
Number 10.
Rock it out. Rock it out. Rock it out. So, pardon me, I might sound like I'm a little under the weather, which I am, but we're going to get through this. We're going to do this thing all day. So, we're just go ahead and introduce the ladies of the panel. Y'all know who they are, but I want you to make sure you know who they are because we might have some new folks in the crowd. So, Lynn, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Oh my God, I'm first. Oh my God. I just want to say thank you to Kuuppon for putting me first. What is up? And aka iPod1 reviewer on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's get this party.
Shout outs to the homies.
I'm excited. Okay.
Shout out to Lynn's Tourette's right now. Alrighty then, and the one and only that don't need no introductions, but she gonna introduce herself anyway, Miss K.
You know what? It's too much of a delay. I didn't even catch nothing you said. But yeah, it's your girl, Miss K, aka 219 Gary IND. Y'all know who I am.
Oh wow. She's so silly. That's who she is. All right, we're gonna slide on over to Miss Nia. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl Nia, the video game her. Shout outs to episode number 10 of the Set It Off cast. I'm ready to set this joker off.
Woo! And hopefully, if she's not still, oh, there she goes, Miss Mika. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What up? Set It Off class. Not class. Set It Off class. This is Meek with Meek Gaming. I want to thank Kuuppon for having us Set It Off cast, and I hope y'all enjoy.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Well, that was me. These are the ladies of the panel. I am Kuuppon Strives, your gaming diva, your host of the evening. Let's go ahead and get into these topics. So our first topic of the day is Xbox introduces cross-network play for the first time. So I'm pretty sure this isn't any new news for most of you out there, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about it anyway. I'm gonna read a little bit of this article here to kind of glaze over what's going on. There's a lot of shit here. What is this? Anyway, Microsoft has announced that games using Xbox Live will now support cross-network play, meaning players on Xbox can play online with those with the same game on PS4, for example. One of the first games to take advantage of that change will be Psyonix's Rocket League. ID at Xbox director Chris Charlotte announced that the move in the statement on Xbox Wire, effectively extending the cross-platform play between Xbox One and PC that had already been announced. Not all games will necessarily allow for cross-network play. Charlotte made clear that it's up to the game developers to support this feature. Xbox Live players will also have the option to play only with those also on Xbox Live. And there's a bunch of other stuff here, which I have posted this in the description box below if you guys would like to follow along to see what we're actually reading as far as articles are concerned. But we're going to go back to the panel and we're going to kind of just give our 10 cents on the matter. So I'm going to go roundtable style and start with Miss Lynn. What are your thoughts on cross-platform play?
I think it's awesome. Irregardless to what, a lot of people have been bitching and griping, talking, oh my God, Microsoft is not going to have exclusives anymore.
I love it.
Like, really? Y'all need to stop. Stop bitching and moaning because this is something that's creative, innovative. Embrace it. Embrace change. You gotta have change. Keep in mind, people, Microsoft is a software company. And not to mention, they still have bundles available where you can actually buy a laptop and an Xbox One together. So you know where this is going. Embrace it. I love it. It's awesome.
Alrighty then, that's what's up. Miss K, what are your thoughts on the topic?
I think it's a good idea, but people want to be separate, so the people that want to be separate just need to go offline. That's all I can say.
I
And
think
guess
it's
what?
on.
No console war. Go
Yeah, but that's
figure.
good to
It'll
unite
still be
the
it'll be an underground console war, but I mean, for the
Yeah.
most part, most of the babies will shut up. Most, not
Yeah,
all.
most. Yeah, you're right.
That's because people would rather cheer for freaking consoles than actually play
Plastic and
games.
parts.
They
And
don't-
Yeah.
People
Well,
don't
give
want
you a,
unity, yo. People don't
well,
want unity.
They don't
They
want
don't.
that.
You're right.
It also saves money where if I bind a game on Xbox One, I don't have to
Plants
buy
vs.
it
Zombies
on
Simulator.
PS4
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
play with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt my
Yeah.
soul when everybody went for PVZ on
Oh,
PlayStation.
I was just about to say that. Just like
That
how we
hurt
got
my soul.
left in the
Everybody,
dust.
all you, all you heifers went PlayStation. I'm over here at Xbox by myself. I'm like, what happened? Where's the love? So you see, cross-platform play would have been awesome during that point, but it's okay. I'm not hurt. There's no salt here. No shade.
No salt, no shade. That
What's your
would've
thoughts
come
on
in
the
handy.
topic, Mia?
That definitely would have came in handy when PVZ came out. I'm no vouch. So what Kuuppon said, because that is so the truth. Oh my god. But anyway,
Left out in the cold.
yes, like shoot, god dang. See,
He was having so much fun just rubbing it. I know Lynn was rubbing it
Man.
in your face.
oh, look, I didn't get
I
to.
was like, wow.
I don't think I got a chance to address this to Lynn, but Lynn was getting on me the whole time, like that whole week, like the whole week, yo.
What platform did you know? You just no one listened.
The next, no. This is what needs to happen, okay? Just off topic for a little bit. The next time there's a multi-platform game that comes out, we need to have a powwow on who's getting on what version.
Yeah, we normally vote.
When did
I wasn't invited to the voters'
I
party.
wasn't included in the vote.
I
No,
wasn't.
they
They didn't send me no newsletters, no memo, no email, or phone
Facebook.
call.
They
Y'all
asked
didn't
on
Voxer me.
Facebook.
Yeah, we did.
Telling me.
Well, actually, I don't have
telling me.
Voxer anymore, but still.
You know what? Whatever. Anyway, I'm moving on, okay? Y'all had y'all fun. It was funny, okay. But so I really do think that people don't want this because it means unity. People don't want unity. People want to have a reason to fight against other gamers and be like, hey, look, my piece of plastic is better than yours. It has this game, it does this, and blah 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 blah. Now if Sony, which I do think that Sony is also thinking about partaking in this as well. If developers do, because at the end of the day, it does depend on if the developers want to do this or not.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if more developers, kind of learn more about how it works, and if they could see that it could be beneficial to their product and that they won't be losing, much money as a result, I would love to see this catch on and be a thing because I would love to be able to play with my friends if they don't have the same platforms as me. Like I pretty much have like everything. So, but I know some people, they either don't feel the incentive to get other platforms or they may not have the money. So it would be great to be able to play with people across platforms no matter what their preferences or what they have. You know what I mean? And I think it would personally be good for gamers. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not one of those kind of people that was like, oh, there was no such thing as a console war back in my day. Like, let's keep it real. There's always been console wars. But the difference between the console wars of today versus the console wars of yesteryear, like during the Sega and Nintendo era, it wasn't toxic. Like it was some,
At the end of the day, you ended up playing your games. Is basically what it was.
At the end of the day, you ended up playing your games. There was some fun baiting here and there, but it wasn't to the point where people were literally sending death threats to people and just being on some craziness, acting like basically cults. People refusing to be your friend because of your entertainment box. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I think that at the end of the day, this would only unify gamers. It would only be good for the industry because the more you get people excited for games and not really so stressed out about the quote-unquote politics of games, the more that, the gaming community as an entertainment medium will be able to thrive because people will start taking it more serious. They won't, it would just be better, like whatever. But I think I'm on about that for too long. But I hope this happens. I hope more developers do catch on and do this because I would love to be a part of this and I would love to see this happen on a large scale. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Mika? How do you feel about it?
Oh, I love it. I support the whole thing. My only question is, when the NX come out, are they gonna come a boat too?
Nah, we don't know.
We
Nintendo
don't
always
know.
doing their own thing.
They do their
Let's-
own thing.
They do their own
But
thing.
one thing
so-
I can say is there are some games on the Wii U that do have cross-platform play, so they might not be against it altogether. But it just depends on if that console is gonna be popular enough to actually get those kinds of games.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
if
saying?
Nintendo can play nice as well.
There we go. So it's like,
So-
there's so many other factors included in that situation in regards to
So-
Nintendo.
Yup. Well, my thoughts on it is the same as everybody has actually said on the panel here. Is pretty much I'm on board. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. If you don't want to play with other people, that's your prerogative. Nobody's forcing you to do it. But hey, the option's there, and I can play with other people. We don't have another recap of Plants vs Zombies. I'm good. So there's that.
The
Y'all never gonna let that
I'm
go.
saying just some last minute shade.
The
I'm
thought is real within us.
just some last minute shade.
Just throwing it.
Calm down.
I don't know. I just think people
Everybody
should just
calm down.
calm down about the whole cross-platform and embrace it. We can play with other players. You don't have to buy your game twice. Look at how much money you can save, and look how easy it'll be to play with your friends.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's just convenient. It's a more convenient option of being able to play with, a broader spectrum of friends. You sometimes you just have friends who prefer a different console, and that's fine. You don't hate them for it. You're just like, I get it. It's your preferred taste. But I would love to be able to play the same game as you on my preferred console while you're on your preferred console, and we can all have a ball. You know what I'm saying? So for those people out there who are against that, then, stay miserable in your miserable box, but don't bring it over to my yard. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm all aboard with the unity and getting together and, everybody coming to some common ground and being able to just enjoy games, because last I checked, we're gamers. So, anybody else got any more to say on that topic, or shall we slide on over to the next?
Slide to the left.
Slide to the left.
Slide to the right.
Clap, clap, clap. So, we got some-
Everybody clap your hands.
There we go. So we got some Gears of War 4 beta news. I'm just going to read what it says here, and we'll go from there. Beginning on April 18th, fans who played Gears of War Ultimate Edition on Xbox One or Windows 10 will begin to receive tokens and waves for early access to beta. Following the conclusion of early access on April 24th, all qualifying Xbox Live Gold members on Xbox One will be invited to join the beta until it ends on May 1st. In addition, we're extending the time frame for Gears of War Ultimate Edition players to qualify for early access to the Gears of War 4 beta from March 1st to April 11th. To qualify, just log on to Xbox Live and play Gears of War Ultimate Edition on Xbox One or Windows 10 by 11 p.m. PDT April 11th. You can find that link also in the description below to check that out further for yourself. So that's just kind of a public service announcement. Anybody getting on board on that?
Yo, you gotta have Gears of War Ultimate Edition though in order to get it
I've
on.
got it. I just don't know where it is. I need to find it.
You know what? I'm tempted to either at the very least rent it so I can get in on this and be guaranteed. I've never played Gears before. Never. So Gears of War 4 would be my very first Gears.
Aha.
Yeah. So,
I've never played Gears, so I wouldn't know where to start. But
I mean, I
I
played.
used to check out the beta. I wish I could
I
get
want to check out the beta.
I
really
played
do.
Gears, and I will check out the beta because I played all the Gears of War. I mean, it's just to shoot 'em up, go around, boom, boom.
In your cover. Shoot them up. Get in
Go
cover.
get in cover, shoot 'em up, get in cover.
Story's pretty decent, I didn't really get into it until it was about, the 360. I was about to get rid of my 360 by the time I got into it, so.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. So, just so everybody can, just because I'm curious, those of you in the chat, go ahead and post if you plan on trying out the beta or whatnot, and I will see, that way I can see that, because I want to know how many people are going to try it out. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and slide on over to the next topic. Look at this, we just snoop soup today. So, PlayStation VR, is anybody excited for this?
Yeah.
PlayStation VR will arrive in October for $399. Now, as a heads up, it did go up for pre-order today. It's sold out in just about every place that I've checked. GameStop sold out. I believe Amazon sold out. I'm not sure if they were pre-ordering it at Best Buy or not. So if you were planning on trying to pre-order it, you'll have to wait because they had a select supply. They will be putting up more supply later as demand allows, but for right now, they're just kind of getting their feet wet, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and read this little topic here, I guess, and just kind of give a rundown. So Sony took to the stage, well, not today, but and a good deal was, wait, hold on, where am I? Oh, here we go. So, well, we know that the PSVR will be arriving in October 2016 for $399 or $400 for those of you. This places the barrier of entry for PSVR dramatically lower for gamers looking to take a whack at virtual reality. With the Oculus Rift and HTC Vive priced at $599 and $799 respectively, while also requiring pretty hefty PC builds, PSVR has a real shot at being the headset to beat in terms of popularity. The $399 price tag notably doesn't look like it includes the PlayStation camera, which will be required for gameplay. The camera is going for around $45 on Amazon at the moment, so it's not a major cost though. It's definitely fair to assume that while some users already have the device, it will be an additional cost for most PlayStation owners. Also not included are the Glow Orb Move controllers, though PSVR users will definitely be able to use the motion track DualShock controllers that's included with the system. So they do have. I did see a bundle on Amazon where they had the PlayStation Move, and the controllers and all that stuff intact. I forgot how much it was for. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, onto the topic. So, Lynn, what is your thoughts? Do you care about VR or not?
No.
No. Flat out no.
I like to try it, and that's it. But it's the games that throw me off for that. I really don't want to fly with no eagle.
Come on, Assassin's Creed Eagles is where it's at, y'all. Fly like
You know,
eagle.
they could at least came up with some type of game that would strike my interest for that. To pay that much for it.
Yeah, it's the price of a console. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could just get a PlayStation if that's the case. So, what's your thoughts on it, Miss K?
You got to get suited and booted to play games.
Yeah.
Hell no.
She said suited and booted.
Got co-ho.
You gotta put everything on. You gotta put that power glove on. You gotta put
Lock
that.
the door so you ain't gonna be able to see your ears.
Imagine walking outside with all that shit on. Somebody gonna put you in the freezer.
Oh no.
Probably think you crazy.
Yeah, you'll get Baker acted. So I don't know. I'm not saying I won't try it, but I don't think I'm not sold on it.
I mean, if they go ahead and give it to me, I'll try it.
Yeah, you gonna hand it to me. I ain't gonna say no, but I'm not running out to the stores trying to, get it. Nah, that's a car note. That's a straight car note.
That is my car note, bro.
I
for
see
real,
it
for real.
lasting till I don't see it lasting that long at all.
Like, I'm just weary because with Sony's track record in having a peripheral type of thing, with the Vita, they supported it all in 5 minutes and then decided, well, fuck it, I'm out. So it just seems like it's either they support it and it's just super high price for no damn reason, or they don't support it and it becomes a legacy console of sorts, and then they just drop it altogether. It's like they wash their hands of things that don't go off, take off the ground, and that I don't have time for.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid that they won't support it in the future. So I don't know.
Like, we have we have a lot of track record with a lot of the stuff that they've just abandoned over the years. In recent years, you got PlayStation TV, you got the freaking Vita. What's next? I mean, there's plenty of things to talk about, but I mean, that's just like,
could have spent that money on the Vita and help it.
Yeah. So, what's up, Len?
I'm getting a Vita. I'm getting a Vita Slim.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's a fine time to get it now because they're fairly cheap and everything. You got a lot of games out.
I'm gonna have to buy everything over again.
Oh, you had one in the past.
Oh, you had one before. Okay.
Yeah, like that's how Bill and I met. Is we were just diehard Vita fans. It first came out and we were like really stoked about it. Excited about it and making videos and stuff, and that's when we started Gamer Nation podcast.
Gotcha.
And it was like really what brought us together. And to see the lack of support that Sony has had for their console over the years, I mean, it could have been something great. I still think it's an awesome handheld.
It
It's
is.
just, at the same time,
This is definitely a good handheld.
I
They just didn't support it like they should have. Like
they did not.
It's like, and then my thing was you did a good job of supporting it in the beginning for the most part. Then it kind of waned a little bit. Like you just didn't find any good games. You got this chip that's astronomically priced for whatever freaking reason. You could have just
it's horrible.
Like they should have just made it where it was universal to the usual chips, and we would have been fine. Many of people would have bought it. You could have still supported it, But it's like they just it was an afterthought type of console, like.
Right.
Just to get rid of the PSP, which was a good handheld too. So I don't know.
Yeah. As far as VR is concerned, on my end, I'm really not too interested in it. I mean, I think it's a good. It could provide a good experience. Even though a lot of people don't prefer like motion controls are hot, they were a good experience at the time that it happened, and I feel that virtual reality is probably going to have the same effect. I think it's going to be one of those kind of things that's novel to have, but it's not going to become like a staple in gaming. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But as far as the price is concerned, I really, like I told y'all in the last podcast when we talked about virtual reality, I feel like you got to pay what you weigh, bruh. Like when it's like fresh new tech out and, okay, I'll put it into perspective. Virtual reality isn't new in terms of it just being like a new idea. Virtual reality has been around for a while. Lots of different mediums use virtual reality. Just like I was mentioning to someone earlier today, they use it in certain fields such as like the medical field, where they teach medical students and like new medical staff how to do certain things that are dangerous to test on people, you know what I mean? So they teach them through those types of means. But in respect to the way that virtual reality is used in other mediums, like for example in the medical field, virtual reality in the gaming space, as we're seeing it with the PSVR, HTC Vive, and the Oculus Rift, is actually pretty damn affordable. It's considerably affordable in comparison to the other types of VR are out there, considering the quality that these games are trying to achieve on these headset devices. But that's just my opinion. I know there's a lot of people out there who's like, oh, it's so expensive, but like you got to pay what you weigh, man. It's new tech. It is what it is. As far as that though, I can understand why people would say it's too expensive, considering that you can't really sell VR unless the individuals that you're trying to target have tried it. It's really hard to sell VR unless somebody physically goes to a store and tries VR. You know what I mean? And that's really kind of like the only hurdle, I think.
That's my thing about it. I would love to see them set up like an event, because you don't want kids to be posted up on VR because it can hurt their eyes. Yeah. So like set up various little VR events throughout various areas of the world or whatever, and just allow people to come in and just try it out for maybe a couple of minutes, hours, whatever the case may be, so they can get a feel for it and understand it better. Because you could show us on TV and social media all day and we're just like, that's wonderful. No, it's not, because you're not going to get the experience. All you're seeing is someone with a thing over their head and you're just wondering why. You're not able to experience yourself. VR is literally something that people it has to be a hands-on thing. You can't you can't market it to a lot of people. Like some people are just gullible that way. Oh, it's something new, I'm gonna try it because it's a new shiny toy. Fine. But the rest of us with some sensibility, no. We're not gonna just run out and go buy something just because you tell us it's the new hot cookie on the street. Don't care.
Yeah.
So, you have to be hands-on with it. So hopefully they do that. If they're gonna go as hard as they're going with VR as now, like they're literally rushing it, it seems to me. Like if they're gonna do it, they should at least put some more planning into it, and I would hope somewhere down the line they actually have it where people can literally try it, in various events or something. And so that people can actually see for themselves. Because having it at events such as like E3 and stuff like that, not everybody can get their hands on it. Like literally homegrown events would be nice.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like it's gonna be a hard sell considering that people will actually have to get their hands on it. But as far as the tech themselves, I don't think that it's expensive in comparison to other VR. But it
Yeah.
is expensive in the fact that
It's a car.
it's a peripheral that you don't know is gonna work until you get it. If
Yeah.
that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes definite.
So I mean, I just say good luck to them. Good luck to HTC. Good
Yeah.
luck to Oculus. Good luck to PlayStation.
Whomever. Yeah.
Whomever's
and
trying it. I mean, we'll see how it goes. We can't really speculate too much until it's officially on the market and we see how people are responding to it. I've seen some people who have already pre-ordered and they're excited
Right.
to try this new thing. And if you have money to blow, I mean,
Hey, more
That's
power
what
to
you
you. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Definitely not. So I need some guinea pigs to try it out at least.
right.
True.
So
But
we'll see.
yeah, I don't know. VR to me is basically like that movie gamers to me. Like that would be my ideal VR where I ain't
I
got to put
know
nothing
that
on.
movie
I just go into a
gamers.
room, turn on this little thing, and the whole room is my space where I play a game using motions of my body or some crap like
Right.
that. That is VR to me, and obviously we ain't there yet.
No,
so
definitely not.
we ain't nowhere near that. So it is what it is. But more power to those who do purchase it and check it out. Hopefully you guys can give some honest reviews of it, not this fanboy crap. Please be honest. I would love to get some honest reviews. So I'm gonna be
I
looking
hope
for
they
the
get to
people
a
that
point where they don't get so ugly.
I don't know. I'm gonna look for people that I know are gonna be honest about their
Oh, yeah.
opinion on it and stuff. So I know Miss K know a lot of people
True.
like that. So hit me up with those those people so I can make sure that I get an honest review from people. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean it's not a bad idea. It's just I think the timing is not ready yet. But hey, we'll
Right.
see.
I can understand that aspect
Yeah.
too. So.
Yeah. Anybody else got any want to chime in on that, or are you good to go? All right. Well, we will slide on over to another PlayStation topic, or I should say Sony topic. So, Driveclub devs shut down as Sony shifts focus to other projects. After nearly 10 years under Sony, Driveclub and MotorStorm, Devs Evolution Studios is getting shut down. The studio was founded in 1999 and became known for their excellent work on racing games via the World Rally Championship Series. Evolution was acquired by Sony in 2007, shortly after it completed work on MotorStorm, which was a launch title for the PS3 in Europe. It is regrettable that this decision will lead to the compulsory redundancies, reads Sony's statement. We accept that this decision will mean that we risk losing high-caliber staff, but by focusing on other studios that already have exciting new projects in development, we believe we will be in a stronger position going forward and able to offer the best possible content of the highest quality for our consumers. Sony has also promised to try to relocate employees wherever possible and to assist those who will need jobs outside of the company's family of studios. This decision should not take anything away from the great work that Evolution has produced, Sony concludes. So there's that. Driveclub Studios or whatnot is being shut down or whatnot, and I find that very sad because there's a lot of people losing their jobs, having to be relocated and whatnot. So how do you guys feel about this? I'll start with Miss Lynn. How do you feel? Is this news to you?
I think it's sad. I mean, it's like they give up like too soon on these developments. But I didn't know. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Miss K, how do you feel about it? Like, what's your thoughts?
Well, the game, from what I understand, the game is not going to be dead. I guess it's still going to be live, but I feel bad for the people that lost their jobs.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I honestly think Sony ain't got no damn money. That's what I
That's
think.
what it is.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
That's the
thinking
reason
they're
why they
running out of
shouldn't.
money.
Yeah, if they're running out of something, they
Because
should
my thing
shut
is,
down.
if you're going to shut them down, I know as big as that company is, you got somewhere to put all them people.
Yeah.
Well,
Help
they
out.
did say that
Maybe
in the
help
article.
out with other developers or something.
They
Something.
did say that in the article they're going to try to help them relocate
Yeah.
to other places and within the Sony development circle.
Yeah.
I mean, if they quit, well, they finally stopped wasting money on, what was that show on there where they did some kind of gaming show?
I know what
I
you're
don't
talking
know.
about.
Yeah, it was on the
I don't know.
PlayStation and you watch it. I forgot what it's called. If they quit wasting money on that stupid shit.
I don't know, just Sony in general just needs to really sit down somewhere and like hash out a going forward plan because they know they ain't got money like they used to.
Because they probably
Like,
put half the money on
Like
that.
let's be real, Sony does not have the money that they used to have. Everybody knows this. It's not new. So I'm just trying to figure out why are they over here doing all this extra work, spreading themselves thin, and then suddenly having to kick people out. And this is like people's jobs, their livelihoods.
Yeah.
This is what they do. And then suddenly nothing's working, so you got to cut corners, and it ends up being the developers that get the shaft. And it's like, dude,
Yeah, it's
that's
sad.
not cool. That's not cool at all. And I understand they got to do what they got to do. It's business. I get all that. But still, people's livelihoods are, being taken from them. This is what this is all they know.
They care about the money.
Yeah, that's all they care about is like it's the money. It's like, okay, well, where can we cut corners and get more money out of this and that? Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, but
They cutting corners by giving us half-ass games and hiding behind DLC that dumbasses keep buying.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's how it is. You
Because,
know,
I mean,
as long as people support the DLC, that is what it's going to be. You're going to continue to get half broken games. You're going to continue to get more and more of the game locked out and pay DLC. And until you stand up as consumers and stop bitching about some irrelevant console war, stand up for something for once and actually try and make a difference and make a change in things. Don't sit up here and bitch and gripe about console wars and all this other madness when there are actual things out here that people can stand up against and to make changes in.
yeah.
It's going to continue to happen. So
You know, I had a thought.
just stop
Okay,
griping about it.
Sony, so they laid those people off or got rid of them for this game or whatever. But then they want to come out with a damn PS4 though, 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. That's true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they laid people off, but you're making another console.
But
What?
that's
Yeah, it
rumor.
makes
We
me
don't know
wonder.
if that's
We don't know if it's
That's
true.
Think about.
rumor.
But even
They
that
don't
Make it
even
clear.
let the 4K
yeah,
get
true.
rumor,
It's
but I
rumor.
I believe that shit true.
You know,
really
I
believe
think
it.
it's
I don't
funny
know.
also too, Miss K,
Sounds
that
Sony-ish.
when Lionhead Studios shut down, they were offering them job opportunities, but you're taking out your own studios.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. My point. Yeah. Just think about what they're doing. See, you have to watch what they're doing. They can say anything, but you watch what they're closing down stuff. But yet they're doing this. So it's like the right hand don't know what the left hand is doing.
Yep.
We got some fuck shit going on at Sony right now. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, they do. They got some pretty underhanded stuff going on because they over here spending money in places they don't need to be spending it on, and then they're over here, laying off
people off.
You
Yeah.
over here trying to do PlayStation VR, and then you laying people off over here.
That's what I'm
Why?
saying. Come on
Like,
now.
where's this money coming from? Oh, so when you lay them off, you're gonna use what money you could save from there to push VR? Is that it, or something? Like, I know that ain't the bottom line, but I mean, you got to look at what they're doing, and I understand there's people who are, just balls deep with Sony. I love Sony because Sony, whatever. Get off their nuts and look and see what they're doing because they're fucking you over too.
Yeah.
We're the consumers, and they don't give two shits about us. If they can get in our wallets, that's all they want.
That's what they want, the money.
That's it. That's all. So,
That's
I
true.
don't know.
I don't know, man. And then it's like with the same thing with like Lionhead. Maybe they're just trimming the fat because they keep making bad games. I mean,
Exactly.
I've never played MotorStorm. I've never played Driveclub, but I do remember the controversy around Driveclub about I don't know, Miss K, maybe you know more about it since you're like a driving game fan, but there was a lot of controversy around that
It
game.
was.
And
They lied about what they said they were going to give the PlayStation Plus owners. Straight up.
Yep.
And the reason I don't feel bad about playing Drive Club now because I didn't pay for it. I play the shit out of it now because I didn't have to pay for my copy, so I'm good.
like what exactly? So like what exactly was supposed to be in that? I'm getting off topic now.
It
What
was supposed
It's
to
fine.
be,
Go ahead.
what was supposed to be in the free version was at least a more than a. I know it was like a. They just basically lied. It was supposed to be more than what was in there. I think it would have had a couple of cars and it just a bunch of BS. It was so bad that I didn't even I uninstalled it. I said, you know what, this is crazy.
Wow.
So they didn't care. They didn't intend on giving us a free. I don't think they intended on giving the customers anything free anyway.
Yeah.
I really don't believe it. because they drew it
Because
back.
they held that back when they
Yeah,
were
they
like,
held it
we'll
back.
give it to you free. They kept holding it back. I'm like, watch what's gonna happen. They're gonna hold this back, and people who are too damn impatient are gonna go and buy this crap, and then they're gonna be mad because it's not the right, because the shit ain't right. And guess what happened? Just that. But they still didn't give it out.
Right,
I don't know why they decided to make a PlayStation Plus version anyway. Just bring out a game and make people pay the money for it if they want it, and make it ready for launch and just charge the money.
People were gonna go for that free version.
That's it. And now look at the game is complete now. I mean, look at it, 2 years later almost, because that game dropped in 2014. Look at it now.
Yeah.
It's actually a decent game now, but look how long it took.
But it took so long. Like that is not cool.
Same thing with Battlefield 4. It launched broken. Look at it now. Battlefield 4 is like a gem.
Wow.
And see, that's what sucks. That would hurt it hurts a game like that because it has good potential. But then you bring it out broken and half-assed, and people are like, fuck it. And then 2 years down the road, it's a perfect game that you can play and enjoy, and nobody's thinking about it because they're like, fuck you, you shafted me on it.
That's it.
Right.
Now they fired people. Now they didn't fire them now.
And now you're firing people.
But
well, that's not their fault.
Right. The messed up thing about that too is even though the Driveclub launch on the PlayStation Plus version was like pretty much like botched, it's really not the developer's fault though. It's whoever the publisher is or whoever the producer was.
It's too much corporate like thuggery going on.
You know what I mean? It's like, so like the corporate people are probably the ones who told them to do that. They do it because of course as developers it's their job to develop games, and in the end they ended up getting an axe because of some mismanagement. Now that's some bullcrap.
Right. And so they get the axe for it, and it's like, dude, but you told us to do this when we did. Most developers, they don't. I'm pretty sure, you know, not everybody's apples and oranges and, you know, sunshines and rainbows, but I'm pretty sure when a developer, when they're young and they realize they want to be a developer, they want to develop an awesome game that is complete, has everything that is required, all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure that's the bottom line how a developer is. Then they get into the business and they realize there's certain things that they have to do. They have to duck and dodge and all this other crap because, you know, they got publishers and they got corporate, you know, thuggery going on. And they have to follow, you know, they have to listen to their superiors. You know, they have a job to do. And if they tell them, take this out, take that out, make this DLC, no, we don't want that, no, I'll make this person, you know, if they're given different direction, then it's like, wait, what the, this isn't my game anymore, this isn't what I wanted to make, and but they can't, you know, and then they get the axe for it, for when people start screaming. So you gotta understand that sometimes it's not always the developer's fault. You gotta give some of the you know, you gotta point the finger at the, you know, publishers too.
Yeah,
and the corporations that are behind all this, because bottom line, it's about money and how much money they can make. And so if they know they can cut the game in half, they're going to tell the developers, hey, we're going to take this stuff out because this is vital to the game and most people will want it. We'll make this season pass or DLC or microtransaction this or that. So you have to understand it's not always the developers. I'm pretty sure they want to give us a full game, most of them, if not all. But I'm pretty sure they want to give us a complete, awesome game. They just have to follow, you know, protocol, and it sucks.
It does suck. And then, like you said, in the end, the developers end up getting the axe instead of the people who made those decisions getting some type of a pay cut or a demotion or something like that. It's just, it's interesting, but I guess that's the nature of the beast.
But I mean, and I just think that if us as gamers do lash out enough, not just at developers, like not lash out as in, you know, being evil and death threats and all this stuff, but literally have some genuine concerns, go to feedback forums and all this other stuff, and give legitimate concerns about things and stop purchasing certain things, and they see a fluctuation in how things are being done and on our part as consumers, they'll probably start making changes, be like, look, people ain't buying this shit no more. They don't want this DLC shit no more. We can't cut games up like we used to. We can't do this no more. So instead of, you know, being belligerent and foul-mouthed about it, let's try to be a little bit more sensible about it. Be like, look, yo, we're gonna answer with our wallets. We ain't buying this. We ain't buying that. We done with this DLC shit. We done with this pre-order crap. Like, what are we pre-ordering for? Pre-orders were put into play because it was a game that was so popular that you wouldn't be able to get it day one.
Exactly.
Walk to the store. Pre-ordering now is for incentives, not even worth a damn. Are you serious? If I pre-order today, I pre-order something and I get a skin or something or a new map. Woo! I'm supposed to be excited. Like,
That don't make no sense. That guaranteed money.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
just
that
want to
is.
make sure they get that money because they see the pre-orders and they're like, okay, this is cool, this is good, and then they continue to do pre-order bonuses and all this other stuff. Now, if I was getting an actual item for my pre-order bonus, something that was actually of value, I feel a little better maybe, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But it just sucks that people got, that people's livelihoods are being jeopardized because of poor management and, corporate thuggery and all that crap. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Sony needs to get it together and stop with the fuckery. And it's not just Sony, it's Nintendo, and it's,
It's
and,
business.
and
Mhm.
Xbox and all the good stuff, Microsoft and all that stuff. So it's just how the business goes. It's how the industry is. And we as consumers have the power to stop them.
Right.
That's true.
It's
We
just
do.
gonna get worse.
But it's only going to get worse. So
It's gonna get worse.
it's going to get worse before it gets better, if it even gets better. So,
True.
I mean, if y'all want this stuff to really stop, first you got to stop this stupid console war and then move on from that and let them know, look, our wallets are very thin and we ain't got that kind of money.
People are too invested
So-
in the console where they forget that they're consumers first.
Yep. And the console war is the only people benefiting from it is them. It's not us. We're not benefiting from it
But-
because
but
we
the-
got to hear that crap all day, every day.
But the thing with the console wars, the ones that's doing all the bitching ain't gaming.
I know, and that's
Funny
what's
how that
that's what's
works.
sad about. That's what sucks
You ain't even
about
got to be a gamer to bitch about console wars. You ain't got to be a gamer.
it. You just get a YouTube
Just
channel,
jump
bitch
on
about a
in. You ain't got to
game,
even play
and,
no damn games. I said, okay.
rip somebody else's gameplay
Yeah.
video and put it on your.
Yeah.
I
That's all you
played.
got to
There
do.
you go. That's all it takes.
I
Mhm.
played a game. Look at me.
Mhm.
Sure, buddy.
That's some
But
crap.
yeah, we're not gonna drag that one on anymore. So we'll just move on. But hey, some words of wisdom for you guys out there. Fix it. Figure it out. So in Nintendo news, let's currently, I'd like to have a moment of silence for the Wii U real quick. Just a moment of silence for the Wii U.
For the Wii U.
So in current news, reports say Nintendo is ceasing Wii U production this year. So that's why I needed to give a moment of silence for you. R.I.P. Wii U. It's gone, y'all. It's gone.
That's a damn shame.
It's gone.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. R.I.P. So anyway, Nick K something or other reported, translated by, we don't care who is translated. The paper said Nintendo has already stopped making some Wii U accessories, with the company planning to deplete its inventory by the end of the year. While this would signal the end of the Wii U's production run, backstock means the Wii U will be around for some time. As for Nintendo's next rumored console, analysis point to a 2016 Nintendo NX portable release, with a home console arriving sometime in 2017. At any rate, but yeah, for the most part, Nintendo is going to stop production, which, it just makes sense. They're going to stop production on the Wii U because the NX is on the horizon. It doesn't make sense to continue, production with that game, but with that system, if it's not really selling well, and plus if they're going to have the next system. So, Lynn, what are your thoughts on the topic? R.I.P. Wii U.
Aw, that's so sad.
No, it's not.
Good riddance.
Bye.
I hope that the NX is something amazing. That's all I can say about that. I just hope the NX is something amazing and they support it.
Yeah.
And they correct the things that they didn't do in the Wii U. I mean, it's sad how miserably, Wii U failed and how much support it does not have. So, hopefully they'll have support with this system.
We shall see. What's your thoughts, Miss K? You sad about it? You know that was supposed to happen?
Audio shutting it. Audio shutting it.
Uh-oh. Audio went down.
Mhm.
Whose audio went off?
Lance is dipping.
Yeah.
Oh, hers is dipping.
Right?
I don't know. I seen it coming.
I turned hers up. There you go. All right.
Turn it up.
Yeah, I turned it up. She's good. She should be good.
Oh.
Yeah, you're better. Okay. So what are your thoughts, Miss K, on R.I.P. Wii U?
I don't know. I don't know what to think about Nintendo right now. What I'm doing on my Wii U is just playing some games that
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the console, and I'm
That
hoping
makes
that
sense.
yeah, I'm hoping that the NX will, live up to our specifications. I hope
Right.
so.
Right.
But
That
I hope
makes
it
sense.
can live
I
up to
believe, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speculate nothing right now. I
Right.
really don't.
Me either, really.
I don't want to be
But
disappointed. So I'm just like, man, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
we all seen this coming anyway.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what they do.
I don't want them to go away because I need Mario in my life. I'm sorry.
Right.
You do need at least a Mario game, but you don't have to go overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some Nintendo in my life, so I don't want to be just Sony and Microsoft. I got to have a little I like variety.
I mean, I play my Xbox One. I play shooters on it, shooters on PS4. Sometimes it's good to go to a little Nintendo and play a little Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Get away from all the shooters and the big top games.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But hopefully this NX will live up to the Xbox One and the PS4 to compete and to not lose my interest.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is trying to not. It gotta get people's interest first.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I just know how. I just never felt like Nintendo could. Like they stopped competing a long time ago, so them trying to compete now is kind of like late in the race.
Yeah.
But like I'm of the mind where, I want them to be competitive, and I get all that and everything, but I want them to actually want to get their their people back, their consumers back, their fans back. I want them to literally be like, look, yeah, we need to compete, but the first people we need to get on board is our Nintendo fans, the people who have been Nintendo fans since jump and who really want to come home and be excited and have some of that nostalgia and have some new experiences as well. Exactly. Don't forget new experiences, people. And that's what I would like to see. And then they can go, and then from there they can start running. They can start, moving in this race and start getting back into the competitive side of things and stuff. Like that would be nice. Because them trying to compete with Sony and Microsoft right now, just fresh out of the gate, I don't really see them being able to do much because ain't nobody looking at Nintendo like that. Yeah. It's just mostly the people like us who are interested in them, but everybody else who's just like, screw Nintendo, I can give, I don't care about them no more. They're just, Microsoft, Sony, PC. They don't care about Nintendo. So if you can get the gamers who still have a slight eye or are still looking toward Nintendo, interested, and get them back on board and be like, hey, this system, this is where it's at. That'd be cool. And then everybody else will be hearing about it, word of mouth, all that good stuff, publicity, and everything. And then it becomes a kind of a popular thing. Then they can jump back in the race because them just trying to jump in the race and no warm-ups, nah. Not happening. Yep. You getting a try yours, homie. So, we'll see. But R.I.P. Wii U. I enjoyed the Wii U. I'm not gonna knock the system. It did have its shortcomings. I was frustrated with it for the most part, but it was it had some fun features. Yep. It had some fun games, and I enjoyed it for what it was worth. So for all the people griping about what they didn't like about it, I have many things to say good about it, so and that's just where I'm gonna leave it. Like I still had fun with the system. Yes, it has some shortcomings. Yes, it's not this, it doesn't do that. Yes, I get it. It doesn't wipe your ass after you take a shit. I get it. But it still was a fun system. It still had some fun features. We still had some fun games on it, and you got to enjoy the things that you loved about Nintendo, bottom line. So if you sit up there saying that you didn't enjoy the system for what it brought to the table, at least, then you're lying to yourself. That's all I gotta say. So, drop the mic. But,
Pretty much how I feel the same way as Kuuppon. I feel that as far as the Wii U halting production, we saw it coming because we know the NX is coming. We know it's coming, okay? And then, not only that, there is a surplus of Wii U's just sitting in stores that nobody's buying. So we're not even going to notice that they're not even in production anymore because, like, they're still sitting on the shelves. Nobody's just buying them, okay? So what is the point of wasting resources on remanufacturing consoles that are already sitting on shelves that nobody's buying? So, get rid of it, whatever. Start revving up the NX because I'm ready to go, okay? Yeah. So with that being said, this is further proof for those of you guys who don't want to believe it that the NX is on the horizon. It's coming, baby. Get ready.
They still in denial. They are holding on with talons right now. Like
they are getting.
And I'm just like,
Yes.
Discontinued. Discontinued. They're not making any more. Production stop. What more do you need?
Yeah, that's pretty
Bye.
self-explanatory. Yep.
I
It's like, damn.
enjoy my Wii U. I enjoy my games, but bye. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and just as a heads up, just in case people are wondering, my thing is I do have an inkling that if they are literally done with the Wii and Wii U era type of thing, that this system is not going to be backwards compatible for the first time in Nintendo's
No,
life.
it's not.
Nah.
So if they're serious about it, that's what might happen. So be prepared for that. For those of you out there, you might not be able to play your old games. So. I mean, I'm okay with it. If that's what they need to do to push forward,
Xbox One.
cool.
Yeah.
So if that's what they feel like they need to do, and they really are serious about getting back in this race and getting things, being competitive again, and getting back their crowd, then I'm all for it. It's fine, whatever.
I mean, that's what we did going from 360 to Xbox One. We couldn't play our 360 games on it until now.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
They could do that too.
they could probably do it that way. They could probably upgrade it.
That's the point of telling you, hey, this is new. It's time for you to upgrade.
Yep.
If you want to play,
If they do it that way, that's a bottom line way of saying, look, this system has nothing to do with the former systems. You cannot know. There's no getting it back. Yep. So guess what? If you missed out on the Wii U, you just missed out.
And that's the best thing Kimishima could have ever said.
So I don't know. I don't have any qualms about it. It is what it is.
I just want it to be a solid console.
A solid console.
Yeah, that's all I want. Yep. It to be solid, and
definitely
bring me some good games, and I'm cool.
Yep. Sounds good to me. Anybody else got some more they would like to chime in on that topic, or we will move on to the next. Slide to the left. All right, there we go. Clap your hands.
Clap your hands.
So this brings it gives me joy and honor to bring to you guys today that Xena Warrior Princess looks like it's gonna be getting a reboot, and it's gonna be some seriously openly gay stuff going on. That's what the article says. So I'm just going to go ahead and read a little bit here. So just weeks after facing controversy from fans of The 100, after audience favorite Lexa's death sparked discussion about lesbian characters' deaths on TV, writer Javier confirmed that Xena will be openly gay in his reboot of Xena Warrior Princess. In a recent Tumblr post, he wrote, "Xena will be a very different show made for very different reasons. There is no reason to bring back Xena if it is not there for the purpose of fully exploring a relationship that could only be shown subtextually in first-run Syndicate in the 1990s. It will also express my view of the world, which is only further informed by what is happening right now, and is not too difficult to know what that is if you do some digging." So there's more. I posted the link to this article as well in the comments or in the description box below. So yeah, Xena, yay. I've always actually wanted Xena to come back. I knew it had that lesbian gay type of vibe in it at some point, so I guess now they're
I thought she was anyway.
She was always gay.
She was
bi anyway.
It started with the vibe, and then it just went head on into, gay territory, which, whatever, so being that they're just saying that it's going to be openly gay, it's just to let people know, look, if your stomach queasy, don't jump in. But I'm watching it for the fighting and for, the storyline, the gay portion, whatever, just fast forward if it's not good for you or whatever, but I've always loved Xena. It's always a fun show to watch. Is Lucy Lawless going to be coming back, reprising her role? That would be interesting.
Bro, Lucy Lawless is that chick though. Oh my god.
She still look good. Surprisingly, she still look good.
Yeah, she still look good, but she might not be able to.
Yeah. She might not be able to handle the role, so we don't know. It's probably gonna be somebody else, and we'll probably have another person playing Gabrielle. But I've seen a recent picture of both of them. They still look good. They can still reprise their roles right now if they wanted to. So.
But whoever is gonna take her place, they gotta be as bad as Lucy Lawless, bro.
Yeah,
ain't no chick as bad as Lucy Lawless, bro. They gotta come correct.
They do. Because after watching that, I like Xena was the thing, and then I literally saw Lucy Lawless playing in Spartacus or whatever, and she was bad in that show too. So like, you really gotta get the embodiment of Xena, warrior princess, if you're gonna take this role. So whoever they decide to pick, I'm gonna give her a chance. I'm not gonna judge her. I'm gonna give her a chance, see how things roll out, give the show a chance to get off the ground. But I'm excited. It's interesting to hear. There's a lot of reboots coming back to the TV world, so that's interesting to go off of too. So
they got big shoes to fill.
Very big shoes to fill. So, what's y'all thoughts? What y'all excited?
I'm glad that she's gonna be openly gay, because we always knew she was gay.
Well, yeah, she was.
She was always gay. But it's like, back in the 90s, it wasn't like it wasn't like cool to be gay. So like they kind of etched around it. They never was just
it was
like
there. People knew about it. It was underground, but you would not shout to the to the stars and the heavens about it. You would keep that low key.
Yeah.
So in today's age and stuff, it's like, okay, everybody got their preferences. So
right. But one thing that I can say is, just the same as like with straight relationships on TV, just don't be too much romance. Like, we already had this conversation like a couple of podcasts ago. I don't like too much romance. Like, just fight, kick niggas' asses, okay, and keep it going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have your love interest and be a person. I want you to be a human being. I'm not saying be like a machine or whatever you don't love. But I don't want that to be the focus, and that's like really the main thing with this. Is like, I don't want it to be, and I really don't like speaking on these types of topics because I'm not part of the LGBT community, and I don't want to, I don't like speaking for communities I'm not a part of, because I don't want to say something that's off base and like I'm completely wrong about it, right? But one thing that I can say like about this too is that like I don't want it to be a thing where they use the fact that she's going to be openly gay as like a gimmick. Don't be like,
it
like
kind of looks like it sometimes.
Because that's gonna be annoying. Is like we have to see every other episode her being, locking lips and it just being the forefront of who Xena is. Suddenly, it's like last I checked, Xena was always a badass and she could carry herself independently, and her being gay wasn't the forefront of who she was. It was an afterthought. Nobody really thought about it because they were like, "Yo, Xena's coming. Run for your life."
Exactly.
So.
I wonder why they're making it a focal point now.
That's the thing. That's why it sounds.
That's why I'm saying don't make it a gimmick. Don't make it a gimmick. Like, not only is that an insult to the LGBT community, but it's like you don't want because like she has such a big legacy, right? Like most of us have watched Xena back in the day. Xena was like a well-written character, very diverse character, and she had very good character development. And I hope that in the reboot that remains the same. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want her to stay a strong female individual, doing her thing, going about what it is she needs to do. She has, she knows what she needs to do. She has a mission to do. She carries it out. It is what it is. If there's some like little romance in there somewhere, then it is what it is. But it's not the focal point.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand when they make romance or love or whatever the case may be, someone's sexuality or some preference that is not very important, the focal point of who they are. Oh, well, I'm blind. Okay, well, you're a badass blind fighter. Who cares? You're blind. Whatever. Things like it's not to be disrespectful, but it's like, you're a badass. Why do I care about the other thing about you? Because you're a badass. You're doing what you need to do. You're out there getting work done, Cool, you got a handicap or you got some sexual preference or some holy preference or whatever. That's cool and all, but that's just an afterthought. That's like,
it's the same with people of color.
Like soda.
It's the same with people of color. Like, we don't want to watch a show where a character is a really good character, but like every other episode, like they cooling it up and eating watermelon and chicken. Like, we don't like that either. So
we get it. The person's black. What more do you need? The skin color is there. We knew he or she was black when you pop them on the screen. Do you really gotta throw chicken and watermelon in the mix?
There you go. That's all I'm saying.
Really? Or does he really, he or she got to really start talking b-boyish and, and slang? Like, that stuff is not necessary. Don't use gimmicks.
I hate it.
That's why I can't watch most movies or shows like that.
Yeah. It's like they got to put a it's like they have something of a character. It's a great character, but then they have something that's a focal point, and you got to use it as a means to make people excited about that character.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like with Logan and Wolverine in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
He's like suddenly the poster child for X-Men. He never really was. Why? We know X-Men. It's X-Men. They're all badasses. They all have their things. Why aren't we getting more information about them? It's always about Logan, Wolverine, his hurt, his sorrows. Who gives a shit? The dude can heal. Get a fucking life. Like, you're not hurt, dude. So it is what it is. But I'm excited, and hopefully they don't make it a gimmick. And they do have some good story. I hope they got some good, like writers for this.
That character development gonna have to be A1.
That's gonna have to be on point because I ain't having it. I will turn that shit right off.
Bro, and if
I'll
the
be
person
like,
who is playing Xena is not as well, you know what? I'm not even gonna put them against Lucy
not gonna
Lawless
put-
because
yeah.
Lucy Lawless is that chick.
She
okay?
is Xena, but if the person who comes after her doesn't have her own flair for her version of Xena, I'm gonna put it like that. I'm not even gonna put her on Lucy Lawless's level because she made that role. But this new rebooted Xena has to have a new flavor, a new style, and that girl has got to own it. If she owns it, it makes me feel like she's just a badass. Whether she's like Lucy Lawless or not, I don't care. I'm not worried about that. If she can just own that character the way it's meant for her, I'm cool with it. I'll be like, all right, she got this.
Yeah.
Let's go. Because you can't really compare her to Lucy Lawless's.
True, that ain't fair.
It's not fair because it's the first one and she has no other ones to go after. It's like, with Superman, there's various different formats of Superman. So you got another Superman on the big screen. You're going to compare him to all the different Supermans that came before. But there's only one Xena.
True.
This next one is going to be, she has a big feet to feel, so it's not fair.
That's
her.
all I'm saying. She got big feet to feel, but I give her a chance. Like I'm not gonna compare her, to Queen Lucy Lawless. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll give her a clean slate. But if she can make me feel, how I felt when I first saw Xena when I was first watching it. The first time I watched that show, I felt like I was sitting there and I remember the opening act and I remember Xena coming in, doing her little thing, and I was just like, oh my god! I was just so excited, didn't know who this chick was, looked at her, I'm like, oh my god! Doing her little screaming and whatnot. It was exciting. It was fun, and I know it was. And now I look back at it and see how corny Xena is, and Hercules and all those shows were. They're corny as hell now. But back then they held a special place in my heart because I was young and beady-eyed and just like female on the street.
I know, and she was so badass.
It was just I didn't see enough females being able to hold their own, fight like a freaking man, and whoop a dude's butt. And let him know where, and then bed him after the fact.
Girl,
She
yes.
will whip your butt and then take you to bed and then leave you.
Yes.
She was the female Hercules, man.
She pretty much was.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she was. Female version of Hercules. So I watched Hercules first, and I remember them talking about Xena or something, and I went to go watch Xena. I was like, oh, okay, never mind, fuck Hercules. Never watched a single episode of Hercules again. But yeah, but that excitement you get when you see it, when you see her, it's like, shit.
Yeah.
So,
they say what channel it's gonna be on if they do.
Well, I'm pretty sure once they get closer to.
Because most of the shows are what is it?
I don't think they started
Netflix?
production yet. They haven't really started production or anything. They're just talking about it right now, so it's in talks. So I think they'll give us all that information once they actually get some episodes. They got to start a pilot first.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, I was gonna see if
once
they
they drop
start
that
the pilot on Amazon Prime or Netflix. Because I noticed Netflix is getting a lot of
Netflix
shows.
is getting a lot of
they're
shows.
getting a lot better with dropping their stuff. So that's what's up. So we'll hear about we'll probably get a pilot at some point. So I'm excited. So that was our official last topic, but I have like some sidebar little announcements I want to make before we bounce up out of here real quick. This next one is just a rumor. It's probably been debunked between now and then. It was dropped on March 15th, so I'm just going to throw this out there. It's a rumor that Devil May Cry 5 is in development. Apparently there is some, apparently, so it says, we've learned of a rumor via Game Blog France, claiming that Capcom is working on Devil May Cry 5, and they're set to announce it soon. The rumor began when Johnny Young Bosch, who played the role of Nero in Devil May Cry 4, recently posted a picture with Ruben Langdon, who played the iconic role of Dante, the series mainstay. Both actors were clearly in a recent mocap session. So apparently there's something tweeted out or posted somewhere, and it was a picture of the two actors here, or voice actors, who basically were in mocap hats, and folks started, getting the information out saying, hey, maybe Devil May Cry 5 is coming, blah, blah, blah. It's still a rumor. I don't know if it's true. Would be nice. I would love to see another Devil May Cry 5. So that's where I stand on that. I shall have this also posted in the description box below for those of you who want to check it out. So there's that. What are you guys excited if hope that becomes a thing?
I've never actually played Devil May Cry.
You suck.
Me neither.
Yeah, give her that. Give her that. Yes. She sucks. Give her another one.
Oh my god.
Crickets. That's what
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Oh, you get a cricket too. Give her a cricket. Here you go. So, but if you could play it, would you be interested in it, maybe?
Yeah, probably, yeah, I would.
I'm still waiting for a Devil May Cry Bayonetta crossover, actually. So, when that pops off, I'll be really excited. And in this other news, Koei Tecmo is making a live-action Dynasty Warriors movie. Hooray!
Woo!
Did anybody ask for this?
I don't care. That sounds actually pretty awesome. Like, the games themselves don't seem that awesome, but actually seeing a movie in that style,
the story that's behind it is very, it's a rich story. So I wouldn't mind seeing a movie. It's just kind of just kind of threw me off. It's like, wait, somebody asked for this?
Say what you want about the gameplay of those games. A movie about it would actually probably be pretty dope.
Yeah, that'd probably be pretty dope. So I think that would be interesting to see. So yeah, I'm cool with it. Yep. Mhm.
Oh my god.
All right. And in the last bit of news here, let me get this quick little article real quick. It's some more folks apparently have gotten laid off. The Scribblenauts developers Fifth Cell laid off 45 employees today following layoffs last week. The studio says, contrary to tweets, creative director Jeremiah Slacka, I think I said his name wrong, but said they're not shutting down, but they are laying off due to WB canceling Scribblenauts mobile game. Remaining staff is tiny, but so yeah, they laid off some more folks. I guess the new Scribblenauts wasn't doing so well. They had to cut some corners and whatnot, so that is unfortunate. I don't like hearing when people get the axe like that.
That's not cool.
It's not cool at all, but that is part of the business, and it really does suck.
So it was the mobile development team that got cut. Was that it?
I think that they were working on the mobile game for Scribblenauts, and I guess they just cut them. They just said, nah, we're gonna just cut the whole group itself for the most part, because I guess they want to do something else or whatever. But damn, that's quite a few people. 45.
Yeah, that's a good chunk of people. God,
that's quite a few. Yo, boy. So those are all the topics we have today. Looks like we got done in just about less than an hour, or just over an hour. So that's cool. I don't see any questions for the most part in the comments, which I didn't ask. Maybe next week I will ask you guys for questions. But any of you ladies have anything that you would like to talk about, any topics that you would like to bring out, or any special announcements? Lynn, you always have something. She always has some last minute something. Nothing? All right, nothing, just crickets.
Crickets.
All right then, we're gonna go ahead.
Too much time on that division.
Yes. That's what's up. Okay, glad y'all enjoyed it
right now because she been too busy in that division.
Speaking of which, what games have y'all been playing lately? Let me know what you.
The division.
Is that? He said
and Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016.
How is that?
Why do they make the names of a game so damn long?
because you because
Really?
because
Because you
Nintendo
got the
games
Rio
can read.
Olympics.
That's why.
Oh my goodness.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
that shade though, that shade.
Y'all are never gonna get off of that.
That shade.
That's
Well, I've
funny.
been playing Pokken Tournament, and I'll be having some talks
Oh, we
about that
know.
next week. So there'll be a
Did that? Worth it?
Yeah, let me
Oh,
know
yeah,
about.
definitely. I
You
did.
know when
Yeah.
Coupon likes a game, cause
I've been posting. You know if I like a game if I post it on Facebook over and over again. That's how you know I like a game.
posting it over and over and
So
over.
if you're
Why you be posting them
So-
screenshots?
Don't get an attitude with me. I enjoy
It's
my
a good
game.
game.
All right.
Why you posting screenshots?
Yeah, like generally if you like my channel or whatever, or if you subscribe or whatever it is you do on Facebook, you will notice that whenever I am enjoying a game, and especially on the Nintendo console, I will literally flood your freaking feed with all the different posts that I make because damn it, I love a game. I'm gonna share it and let
Yeah, you
piss
walk
people
around at work hearing
and not turn around buying the game and get mad at me for it. You're welcome though. You're welcome.
Well, I did, but that guy messed up my whole order by somehow their computer canceled my order
Oh, that sucks.
for the game, and I had to call them, and they have to give me my money back
Oh, well, at least you get your money back, right?
and a $20 gift card.
Good.
But I've been
Nice.
playing the Division and the Legend of Zelda, Twilight
I gotta
Princess,
get on that.
and some Lego Avengers. Which I'm
Oh my
sorry I
God,
haven't been.
Avengers is good. So
I'm
good.
sorry I haven't
need
been
that.
posting gameplay, but they keep copyrighting me with these Lego games.
I still need that game.
Yeah, I just came
Like,
to
they
the understanding they're
copyrighted
gonna copyright
it.
you no matter what.
Yeah,
True.
and they took the sound out of this one this time.
Oh, did they?
Wow.
Oh, they
That's
took
messed
the
up.
sound out?
Yeah.
So they want you to sing.
The better thing for you to do is don't record it with the sound on, and then just put some like no copyright music over it instead.
Mhm.
Try it that way, and sometimes it doesn't get copyrighted because they can't find it because it's playing some random music.
Mika,
sometimes.
you can let her. She just growl through the whole game.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my god.
Nah, he's been distracted lately. Been having a
Oh my god.
so.
Alrighty then, so we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, get these sign outs and log outs and whatnot. So I'm gonna start with Miss Lynn. Go ahead and log yourself out. Let us know what you're all about, what you're doing on your channel, so we can all be over there and support you. Support everybody on this panel.
Woo!
What's up, guys? This is Lynn, aka I Caught One Reviewer. Like I said earlier, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You guys can make that happen. I am almost there. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Basically, you can find a lot of things on my channel, anything from how-to videos to unboxings to gameplay. I'm about to put up more gameplay of this Mario and Sonic. Of course, it's gonna be blocked in most states and countries. And then I'm going to put up more gameplay from the NVIDIA Shield tablet, the K1 tablet. It's a freaking awesome 8-inch
Cool.
tablet.
That tablet looks so dope.
Mhm.
Awesome. I love it. This is probably the best tablet I've ever owned in my life. So, there's going to be more videos about this tablet coming in the near future. So, yeah, you basically, anything gaming, gadgets, and technology related, for the most part, that is what I'm into. So, be sure to check it out.
Cool.
I'm trying to be inspired if you like what you do.
Alrighty then, that was Miss Lynn. All right, so Miss K, go ahead and log yourself out. Let us know what you're doing on your channel. Or are you still on hiatus?
I'm still on hiatus. I don't know. I'm about to say something. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna be nice. But yeah.
Why are you always holding yourself in on
I be on my nerves sometime on YouTube. I have to take a break from niggas on there. I'm like,
That's fine.
oh, Lord.
I
But
understand.
yeah, I'm still on the hiatus, but y'all can look at my old shit. Here, my old shit is tough.
Look, do
I
just like
I didn't put in work. Shit. Look, hey, just check out the videos at your leisure. Cause Miss K is chilling right now. I'm playing my games, having fun. I'm on that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze,
That's what's up.
playing the Division, playing Driveclub, and I'm just gaming, and having fun.
Same.
Yeah.
Me and you too.
That's what's
Yep,
up.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am
That's
logging
how we
out, still
roll
on my
on this
hiatus.
side.
I'll be back when I feel like coming back.
Yep.
That's how we roll on the estrogen side of YouTube.
There you go.
That's how we
There you
roll. We play
go.
games over here on the estrogen side.
That's
What's
what
up,
we
Nia?
do.
What's up, Nia? Go ahead and log yourself out. Let us know what you're doing on your channel.
What up, everybody? It's your girl Nia, the video game her, and I am the same as Miss K right now. I have just been posting straight up gameplay because I don't do the other stuff, and I just been enjoying my games, man. And like that's all there is to it. Just enjoy your freaking games. And as far as what's going on my channel, as you guys know, Set It Off Cast is happening as we speak. So make sure you give this a share. Make sure you give this a like if you liked it. We're going to be doing our Team Red Talks Nintendo podcast with Reboot Red tomorrow. And next week, we're going to be having a very special Team Red Talks Nintendo that's going to be all about Pokken tournaments. So
All right.
look forward to that. Yes.
Y'all gonna make me buy that game. Y'all really are gonna. I'm gonna buy that game.
Come on, you better sing.
Y'all can catch it on iTunes.
I am about to go off on y'all with this Pokemon music. Oh my god!
No.
And I'm not big. And y'all know me. I'm not big on Pokemon. So for me to be as excited as I am for this Pokemon tournament, and it's a fighter at that. What the heck?
That's what I'm saying.
What the heck?
That's a good way to take out some aggression. Shoot,
They
just play
did
that.
it. Them Pokemon pissed me off.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Going in.
Meek, go ahead and log out and let us know what you're doing on your channels.
Channel's been on a little hiatus myself, trying to have fun with these games and figure out what I want to do with my channel. And, I've been playing the Division, some Zelda, some Lego, and I'm learning how to play the Pokemon trading card game.
Oh,
Cool.
Boy.
The actual card
That's
game.
cool.
Yeah, the actual card
Oh,
game.
wow.
Okay.
That's what's
Branching
up.
out. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what's
That's what's
up.
I would if I had a support system.
You got to get out the house sometime.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Besides
That
work.
makes sense. Yeah. You gotta work.
Back in my leg.
So,
Don't get Lynn started. Y'all know that's so
okay, I'm gonna stop. Anyway, let me go ahead and log myself out, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm doing. I'm doing absolutely not a dang on thing on my channel because I'm playing my video games, because that's what we do in the estrogen side.
Estrogen game.
We play games. We don't whine.
We play games. We wild out on our video games is what we do. And I've been kind of actually wilding out on anime. So, in future reference, I might start up some anime talk,
I've actually been watching
vlogs or something,
cool.
or whatnot, because I've been watching, I've been binge watching a lot of anime lately, and I think I want to kind of go back and
Well, the girl at work got me started. She wanted me to start watching it because I asked her. Started me watching Attack of the Titans.
Yeah, watch that. You'll enjoy it.
Anime. I ain't been watching anime in a minute.
I would advise people to actually pick up on anime again if they slow down on it, because there's some really good anime that been popping up lately.
Hey, y'all use anime in a sentence.
Anime. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, anime.
You knew it was coming.
Anime.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, so I'm thinking of doing some anime type of, talks or whatnot. If y'all want to see that, like this video, and share anyway, and just post below. Yeah, I want to see you do some anime talks or something. Kuuppon, I'd really appreciate that.
And if y'all
I
not
also-
a subscriber to these ladies, make sure y'all subscribe
Yep,
and
it's in the
get her to
description
1,000 subscribers.
I'm on the road to 600 subscribers right now. It's been a very up and down hill, but I'm gonna keep it pushing. And I appreciate those of you who have been subscribing to me and have been sticking around. And I do plan on being a little bit more active. I'm gonna do some more streaming and whatnot. By the way, I just recently downloaded Ori and the Blind Forest, the special edition or whatever, the extra edition. Yeah, thank you. So I'll probably do some streaming of that probably Friday, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, we're going to do some streaming of that, and I'll do some more stuff. Also, as Nia said, Team Red Nintendo Talks tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing that. And as usual, Team Red is always holding it down. So we also have, Mario Kart 8 Mondays, which y'all missed yesterday. So I would appreciate it if y'all would show up next Monday.
We give away prizes also.
We always give away prizes every week. That's where you see me, my homegirl Nia, my homegirl
all the time.
And Team Red. We is out here doing business. Team Green ain't crap. Team Blue is still in the stables, and we. I'm gonna do so. Yeah, I'm doing it on my podcast. Call me.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and log on out of here. Thanks for coming through. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye.
Peace.